Hiya David, lovely to meet you and do some work on your game yesterday at the range. Just a quick recap from the key points of the session as promised. First of all, what we see here on the top left of the screen is your original swing. Feet are quite square, knees are turned in, and during the takeaway the left shoulder works across. As the left shoulder works across, you can see the head moving away from that red line. In other words, the axis of the shoulder turn is moving or translating backwards. From there, it's very difficult to get back across and shift the weight far enough across. You can do it on occasion, but you don't do it all the time. Therefore, at P6, the radius of the swing is quite wide, and as we come through, there is a straightening of the left leg and a dividing of the elbows in order to prevent the club digging in the ground. So we want the feeling that the axis is translating off the ball less, first of all, and the way we did that is we put the weight more forward. The setup changes we had where we just turned both feet out a little bit more, that in turn moved the knees out and allows you to turn more freely on the way back. From here we can concentrate on the left tilt. You can see the left shoulder works down much longer. A much better move from P1 to P2. Less movement off the golf ball, slightly quicker ascent of the hands. From there, the left shoulder works down again for longer. You can see that although the axis of the shoulder turn is moving off a fraction, this is early days, it's moving off far less, and the centre of the shoulder turn now is more in line with the centre of the stance than it was at the start of your session. So much easier to control the low point. Because the weight has moved less off the ball in the backswing, we can now get that weight moving forward more during the downswing. Should I say we can get the weight forward easier during the downswing. That in turn has tightened up P6 a little bit. Resulting in a slightly better impact position, handle leading a little bit more than before, low points occurring on the golf ball rather than slightly behind the golf ball, as can be seen in those two images. So weight forward, feet out, left shoulder down during the backswing. What we then talked about was the movement of the left knee. Because of the way you swung in the past, the left knee's tending to straighten from about P5.7 through to P7. There's a quick straightening of the left leg and a dividing of the elbows because we're fearing hitting the ground behind the ball, like we can see in this footage. In this footage here, the elbows are still dividing, they're not dividing as much. We were thinning and catching a lot of balls clean because we were thinking that we were going to hit behind the ball, so the left leg was still bracing too quickly and the elbows flexing a little bit too much in an attempt to prevent the club from digging in the ground. And we discussed that all good players from P4 to P5 get that left knee out in front of the left ankle, and when hitting an iron shot, because we want to hit down on the golf ball and out at the golf ball, we want to maintain just a touch of knee flex in that left knee at P7. So the drill we gave you for that, I'm here demonstrating, is we're going to get that left knee and the hips way forward. We've got the most weight forward because the body's very good at finding what's familiar. Once you get used to being in a certain position, and we're obviously pushing this to the exact opposite end of the spectrum, we would normally have the left knee back and the left leg straightening and the handle back, as can be seen on the top left footage. What we're looking for here is the left knee forward the most, the handle forward the most, and from there we're going to try and focus on keeping the arms straight as we come through. You can see how tight the radius is there at P6. No need to divide the elbows now because I'm never ever going to hit behind the golf ball. You can see where the low point occurs. So we've got the low point here, which is somewhat 6-7 inches out in front of the golf ball, and then from there we can straighten that left knee just a fraction to allow the hips to continue to turn in the through swing. So plenty of work on that drill, and when you're doing that drill, just to help you with your backswing, remember that the key thought in the backswing is just to drop the left shoulder, so left shoulder down, keeping the weight forward the most. Good luck with it. I look to charting your progress and look forward to hearing from you soon. Well done.